What's gang? Top of the morning, top of the morning, top of the morning. It's a beautiful morning. We back, brand new video. And speaking of beautiful, one thing that's beautiful is having a great mental well-being, right? Mental health is very important every day, not just mental health awareness month like people celebrate, but every day is important, right? So I'm gonna dive into that a little bit. Before I do, hit that like button because you already know I'm about to give you some game, and then check and see if you subscribe. All right, subscribe to the boy. You feel me? All right, let's hop into it. So these are, let me see, 1, 2, 3. These are 6 ways how to increase your mental well-being. All right, 6 ways. The first way is that you have to connect with people. You got to connect with people. Now, I know, me personally, I don't really like dealing with people. I'm going to be 100. Sometimes I'd rather be alone. I could be an introvert at times, but it got to be a balance, right? It's okay to be alone. It's okay to be by yourself sometimes, but you got to get out. You got to build relationships with people. You got to network. They say when you network, that increase your net worth, right? So you got to get out. You got to build relationships. You got to talk to people. Go hang out, whether that's your friends, your family, whatever. But you don't want to be just always by yourself, always trapped in a room, stuck in your head, stuck in your thoughts, because when you just stuck in your head, stuck in your thoughts, that's when you start having these negative thoughts. That's when the devil come in and try to persuade you to do some foolishness, right? So it's good that you kind of be around certain people, right? But only people that's positive. Don't just be around somebody that's negative just because you don't want to be alone, because then you'll be better off being alone. So make sure you connect with positive people. All right. Number 2, you got to find a purpose. You got to find a passion. What do you like to do? You got to find it. You got to find something that makes you feel worthy. It makes you feel useful, that makes you feel like you're doing something, that you're accomplishing something with your life. Because if you don't have something like that, then you wake up every morning not knowing which direction to go, not knowing what to do, and not knowing who you are. And that's the worst feeling, right? You don't want to look in the mirror and not know who's looking back at you or what your purpose is. So you got to find something. Find something that gets you going. Find something that makes you feel like, you belong here, right? That this is what I'm supposed to do, okay? Because, hey, it's going to increase your mental well-being. It's going to make you think more positive about yourself and about your circumstances when you're putting in that work. So find a purpose. Number 3, physically active. You got to get active. Our bodies are meant to be moving, right? And when you get physically active, it's not just for your body. It's for your mental, most importantly. Every time I go to the gym, I go to the gym 4:30 in the morning before work every day. Why? Because I know once I get that workout in, everything else that comes after that, everything else that I come across throughout the day, it's gonna be easy to deal with. I'm gonna have the right mindset to deal with it. Any problem, any decisions I gotta make, anything. I got my workout in. I put my body through that stress already. So any other stress, it won't compare, right? I'm gonna be able to knock everything out. It gives you that confidence boost when you get to the gym and you discipline about that. Because if you discipline about staying active and staying in the gym, that's going to translate to other areas of your life. And you're going to be disciplined about other stuff, relationships, work wise, all that stuff. So get in the gym or just go for a walk, get in nature, do some yoga, whatever, stretch. But you got to be physically active. And it's more for your mental health, right? It touches your physical too, but most importantly, it increases your mental. So get active. The next one, when you get out of your head and you get into your heart, I always say get out your head and get into your heart. Meaning, when you give to others, when you help others, in turn, that will help you. When you do stuff for others, when you could be a blessing to others, when you can lift up others, in turn, that will lift up you because you will feel like Again, you're useful. You're doing something, right? You know that, okay, I'm helping this person out, or I'm just doing this out of the kindness of my heart, or whatever. It will get you out of your head, because most of the time we stuck in our head, right? Thinking about all the problems we got to deal with, all the negatives, all the responsibilities. So for one, it will get you to stop thinking about yourself, and it gets you to think about somebody else. And when you think about somebody else, you realize that self is less important. You know, that self, don't get it twisted. It's important, but it's not the only importance. Other people are also important, right? So you gotta show love. You gotta help others. You gotta give back, whatever it is, but do something for somebody else. It'll make you feel better. The next one, stay present and mindful. Stay present and mindful. Another reason why we be so depressed mentally and so just anxious mentally is because we're so like worried about the future, or either still thinking about the past. And either way, the past don't exist no more. Whatever you did, or whatever mistakes, whatever happened, that's long gone. And the future hasn't even came yet, right? So it's no reason for you to be stressing over what's to come, because what's to come might not even come. Let's be real. Most of the time it's just made up stuff that we think about and we get anxious over. So when you stay present and you focus on and you be grateful for what you got now, right? By staying present, having gratitude, again, that's going to make you more mentally sane, right? It's going to increase your mental well-being, because you'll realize, okay, well, I got a good job. I got a roof over my head. I got clothes on my feet. If you got kids, your kids taken care of, your bills paid, right? Staying present, thinking about the present moment, right? Literally. I read this book, great book. I actually did a book review on my channel. You could look it up. It's called Self. But it said pretty much your life is already perfect, meaning the present part, the present meaning me talking in this camera, you listening. It's nothing wrong in this moment, right? We just having a conversation. Everything's cool. Now, your life situation may be the problem. You may want to change things going on in your life. Like you want to get a new house, get a new car, or you got to do this, you got to do that. You may want to change your life situation. But the present is perfectly fine, right? The present is okay. And I mean like this second. I don't mean today. I don't mean the next hour, in the next 5 minutes, but literally this second. Everything is okay because you're watching this video and I'm speaking to you, right? So that's what I mean about being present, not overthinking, not bashing yourself for the past, but just being mindful of right here, right now, and existing and being, okay? Last but not least, and probably the most important one, you got to have some type of spiritual practice to get your mental where it's supposed to be. I know some people don't believe in, God or whatever, okay, to each his own. But for me personally, I believe in Jesus Christ, right? So I'll pray, you know, I'll read some scriptures, whatever, to get my mind back where it's supposed to be. Because living in this world, being out here in this world, it's a bunch of distractions, right? And you're getting pulled in every which way, right? You gotta, it's so fast paced. It's like, okay, you're always busy. You gotta do this, you gotta do that. Oh, they expecting this, they expecting that. It's just a bunch of stuff. So you gotta center yourself. You gotta get back to that stillness, whether that's meditation, whether that's prayer, whatever fits you, right? For me, it's prayer. But prayer and just giving my worries to God, to Jesus Christ, it always helps my mind because it's like a release. It's like me saying, all right, God, I don't know how to deal with this stuff. I don't know what's to come. I don't know what my future holds, but I know you hold my future. So I'm going to give all my problems, all my issues that I'm currently dealing with, I'm going to give it to you, right? And once you give it to God, then you had a faith. Okay, I gave it to God. So now I got the faith that I'm going to be okay. Everything going to work out. Once you give it to God, once you pray, once you meditate, you don't still stress. You don't still worry, because worry is what? Worship to the devil, right? That's what the devil wants you to do. He wants you to be worried about stuff. So once you pray, once you give what you need to give to the Lord, then hey, you go about your day and you have faith that whatever you pray for, or whatever, that it's already answered. Simple as that. And I'm telling you, your mental, it'd be like a big release. I'm telling you, it'd be a big release, because then you don't have to worry. You don't have to think. You don't have to think about whatever is stressing you. Okay, the Almighty God got my back. All you got to do is the small things, right? Which is put one foot over the other and keep pushing and having faith. That's the small things. And then God gonna do the big things. He gonna meet you where you at. You feel me? So I think that was it, man. Those were 6 ways to increase your mental well-being, man, because it's so important. It's so important. It's so important. People wake up with no hope, right? And, that's why people commit, take themselves out. I don't want to say the word because YouTube, but that's why people take themselves out, because they have no hope, right? And hope and all that good stuff, it starts right here in the mind. So you got to make sure your mind is feeling fine. You feel me? So if you made it this far, I want you to put mental well-being, because it's very important. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's get this in the algorithm. Let's help everybody else. Till the next time. It's